It's been a long wait, but the later franchise has gotten its third movie and now it can be called a true trilogy. Both entries thus far have gotten a cult following status, and the third movie is just as enjoyable as the other two. So if you want more suspenseful zombie movies, I got 5 perfect movies for you. By the by, I'm the movie guy and let's start this list. We're going to start off with a film that split the opinion of critics and audiences alike. Underwater is about a deep-sea drilling crew which fight for survival after an earthquake devastates their facility and unleashes deadly creatures from the ocean depths. The atmosphere is as tense as in any later movies, and the tight pacing helps the tension a lot. There is also a lot of very good plot ideas here, but towards the end it does get more and more diluted. Kristen Stewart has an amazing performance as the protagonist, and there is an overall and justified praise for the set design and sci-fi elements. The movie is basically a 50-50 choice. Half of you will love it, half of you will not like it, but I think that it's a fun movie nonetheless. Just as 28 years later explore the world unraveling in the aftermath of a viral outbreak, Awake taps into a different kind of apocalypse, one that begins in the mind. After a mysterious global event disables all electronics and strips humanity of the ability to sleep, society teeters on the brink of collapse. Former soldier Jill discovers her daughter may hold the key to a cure, forcing her to choose between protecting her family and saving the world. Now this one has been panned pretty hard by the critics, but I think it's a fun Netflix original movie. The film has an original take on the zombie alien formula, and it comes up with enough scares to make it worthwhile for horror fans. It lacks originality, but so do a lot of modern movies, and this might not be for you if you like character development. It's just a fun way to spend 96 minutes. If 28 years later showed us a world slowly devoured by infection and despair, War of the Worlds rips that world apart in a single thunderous moment. When towering alien war machines rise from beneath the earth, a dock worker must protect his children while civilization collapses around them. As society disintegrates, the film captures the terror and helplessness in the face of overwhelming, unknowable power. Let's start with some of the positive points. First of all, Steven Spielberg is at the helm, and man, you could see that the man put a lot of attention into the visual effects. The film effectively captures the chaos and fear of an unexpected catastrophe, which is something that is also done incredibly well in 28 years later. There are some pacing problems, especially in the second half, and the characters can be one-dimensional, but none of these are going to ruin your experience. While 28 years later captures the explosive collapse of society during an outbreak, Cargo slows the clock and zooms in on what comes after, when the panic fades and the world is quietly, hauntingly broken. In the aftermath of a zombie outbreak in rural Australia, a father has just 48 hours to find someone to care for his infant daughter before he succumbs to the infection. First of all, the film offers a unique setting, which is the Australian outback, which works really well with the themes of isolation and vulnerability. It's also a character-driven narrative, and the father stands out really well, helped by the performance of Martin Freeman. There aren't a lot of horror elements here, but the emotional journey will keep you invested, but just not terrified. While 28 years later delves into the desolation following a viral apocalypse, Train to Busan thrusts us into the immediate chaos of an outbreak, capturing the frantic struggle for survival in real time. As a zombie outbreak engulfs South Korea, a father and his young daughter board a high-speed train to Busan seeking safety. Trapped with other passengers, they must navigate the horrors both outside and within the train to survive. This is one of the best zombie movies out there. The story has a lot of emotional depth. You'll find yourself caring about the group of survivors. The film is set in a train. Once again, it's a fairly original for a zombie movie, and the setting helps create a tense atmosphere. Of course, the performances of the cast are top-notch, rounding out a film that is close to being perfect. I highly recommend you to watch Train to Busan. While 28 years later delves into the intimate horrors of a localized outbreak, World War Z expands the scope to a global scale, portraying the rapid collapse of nations under the weight of a relentless zombie pandemic. Former United Nations investigator Gary Lane is thrust back into action when a sudden zombie pandemic threatens to decimate humanity. I think that this movie could have been so much better, so that's why it's just an honorable mention. I love the global perspective, the innovative zombies, but The PG-13 rating constrained this movie way too much, and the script is kind of poor, deviating a lot from the source material. It's not a bad movie, it just failed to live up to the hype. What did you think of 28 Years Later? Let me know down in the comments. While you are there, press that like and subscribe button, and until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.